Ah, wow. That biggest tougher than all of yours. Good the whole. Ah,
डब्यावर आहे तर खायचं तेल संपलंय
mm. Hey, hey. Let's one of the questions. Let's take some different things.
ते घेऊन आलं शिकून गादीवरच ठेवले तिथं मुंग्या होतात भात आणि शेव किती टेस्टी लागायला मिळतं
Yeah. Let's think for that. No, banana. Sorry, I just picture the Hey! My food! Yes.
मध्ये ठेव दोघी म्हणून खा
Shirisha!
प्रॉब्लेम मिळाला तर चमचा स्वच्छवाला
अरे दुसरा प्लेट घे ना.
नको शेअर करून खा नाही खात
चालेल.
तुम्ही त्याला नवीन प्लेट आणून देतो तुम्हाला भात खा खूप
पाणी ने पिला.
खाली जर सांडला शेव लय मारणार
It is good. What's Maggie? It is good, damn.
Need bus. Need bus.
How do you Maggie?
No.
It is amazing.
Have you first?
Yeah, I love. I like purple separate and I
I,
have a weird
since we are
face
going to start the FDP in another,
and I'm gonna kick your butts. Sit.
please put your mic on mute.
ठंडा पानी पी लेना आपका
पिवळा आहे.
फ्रीजर आहे
शुगर वाढलाय.
नाही
त्याचा पिवळा आहे. नाही कुल्फीचा एक ठेवला. ताट ठेवून हात धुवायला उठते ना. मी तर त्या छोट्या कॅन्डी मधले एक पण नाही खाल्ली. माळ खाल्ली. जांभूळ खा.
तुम्ही आता आणलं आंब्याचं आईस्क्रीम अंडा नाही ना चिकली खाऊन टाकलं
म्हणून सांगितलं एकदम आम्हाला सांगितलं की राजभोगाने एक खाल्लं. 2 आणली. तुला एक पण नाही मिळालं.
Please go on mute.
Yeah,
Somebody has
baby
unmuted
काकडी.
and we are able to hear kids' voice. I request all of you to please go on
बेबी
mute.
काकडी नाहीये त्यात. किचन ओटावर आहे कॅरी बॅग मध्ये.
Now I am able to.
To walk the children and school. That's the yeah. Simple phenomenon. The term noble person on that. Finally, that was to in functional. Your sample size is how much? My God. Mine is only 200. 100 from Myanmar side, 100 from India side. Population is also less, actually. The pillow number. ये तो ऐसे में खराब भी है तो करके सोचो सोचो सोचो
Dear colleagues, very good afternoon to all of you. I welcome Shobarani ma'am. Very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we are, ma'am.
Sir?
If you are ready, we'll start the session, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've joined 10 minutes before. As you are. I'm ready, sir.
Start the session, ma'am. You can.
Okay, sir. Very good afternoon, all. All the participants, good afternoon. Today we'll go through the referencing and citation, ma'am. Because referencing and citation, because yesterday we have gone through referencing and citation, I'll start. Because yesterday we have gone through how we have to prepare a paper from the title. Later we have to prepare our abstract and then introduction. Then we have to go for the body of the paper, like methodology, objectives has to be prepared. Here a methodology which includes the tools, sampling, everything. And finally we'll go through the discussion and we'll conclude the paper. Once the paper is ready, most of the cases where we will be doing the mistakes is we may go for referencing, mistakes in referencing. In general, we have two sorts of referencing. One is citing in the paper, in the text. And the other thing is at the last or at the end of the paper, after the conclusion, we will be going through listing of the references as for the alphabetical order or in the numerical order of the year of publication, which we have referred. Two sorts of referencing. One is whether we may go for citing in the paper as a text or listing as reference at the end of the paper. And these two methods are more popular. Three styles of referencing are normally followed by us. One is APA style. As all of you know, APA style is American Psychological Association, where education, psychology, and social sciences people will be following. And even we have MLA style, Modern Language Association style, which is used by humanities division, and Chicago style, which is generally used by business, history, and finance division. So these are the more popular referencing styles we follow. APA style is the more style which generally we are following, but 3 styles are available. When we are going to cite in the book chapters, we follow if one author is there. We generally send the papers to book chapters, right? Because some of the faculty of ours only will conduct the conferences and will ask us to send the book chapters. In the book chapters, if you are only the author, we make the references as author A. Author AA. Pratibha? Pratibha? Pratibha?
Request all of you to go on. Ma'am, I'm checking, ma'am. I'll try and mute everybody, but for you, ma'am.
It's okay. And one more thing is citation of the book chapters has to be displayed, sir, in the slides.
Ma'am, that referencing PPT, I think able to open it.
Okay. So if you are the only author, then we will be going for author name with the year of our author name, who are the author that particular paper, and year of publication of that article which you have referred, and the title of the chapter, and the editor name, title of the book, first page to last page, and where it is published with the publisher name has to be mentioned in the citation if it is a book chapter. If it is a sole author publication, author name, year of publication within braces, and title of the chapter, editor name, title of the book, in which pages it has been published, and where it has been published along with the publisher name has to be mentioned. When you have 2 authors, same thing, first author, after that the second author name, year of publication, title of the chapter, subtitle of the chapter, editor's name, and the subtitle of the book, where it has been published has to be. The same thing is going to be applied even for the 3 authors, because combinedly we will be going through writing the articles and book chapters. So we can go for citing in the book chapters in this fashion. It is applicable for the title of the articles. One author is there, the same, but the title of the journal article and title of the journal, volume number is important. First page and last page has to be mentioned if it is an article in a journal. Single author, name of the author with year number, journal article, name of the journal, volume number, first page and last page. The same will be applicable even for 2 authors and 3 authors in a journal where article is going to be published. Online journals, because now we are going for online journals from the last 2 decades. Even for the online journals, if one author, single author article is going to be there, author name with the year of publication, title of electronic text, and the location of that particular document with Google address or www. Where exactly you have taken, that location has to be given if it is online journal where you have been picked up. Next, 2 authors are there. The name of the authors are important, and then we'll be going for year of publication. The same thing which we have done for the single author, that will be repeated. Citation of internet documents, if you are going to refer from Google, then one author has been there with that. You take the name of the author, year of publication of that document, title of the electronic text which we have taken, and the location of the document has to be shared. And next thing is listing of the references. The listing of references, because the journals will ask us to list the references in a proper manner or in a proper fashion, as we have discussed that American Psychological Association APA style or MLA style or Chicago manual style, which we follow. All this, we should remember that the guidelines of the journal are very, very important. What are the guidelines which we have from the journal has to be read by us properly. and double check the references before going for the publication. Ensure the references which you have mentioned are very much complete and accurate. In a hurry, don't do half of the information and go for the references, because again and again you have to correct the paper from the journal publisher. You will get the information that it has to be corrected. So for that, what we have to do is, you make sure before sending the paper, while preparing the references itself, complete information with the author name, year of publication, title of the article where you have taken. If it is an online document location, address has to be properly given, and in which fashion you have to arrange it has to be prepared by us, because the numbering, because we will be following either two patterns. One is alphabetical order or numerical order. Alphabetical order is well known to us, where A to Z it will be arranged, and reference purpose it will be easy. In the citation, what we do is we take the resources which we have taken them in the per page wise manner, because we superscript the numbers within the text, or we incorporate within the text, and those numbers at the end as end note will mention, and those things will not be in the alphabetical order, or will not be in the, they'll be as it is from the page number 1. If you have end note of 3 references, we copy them as it is as 3 references at the end of referencing. Here, we won't consider either it is in the alphabetical order or in the chronological order of the years. That part we take care of. So referencing is the list in the alphabetical pattern is you will have in the alphabetical pattern, or some of the cases will have, even if it is not in the alphabetical pattern, either numerical or chronological order of year-wise publication. Can you change the slide, Pratibha? Citation and referencing I'll show in the APA style and also MLA style. The last slides, ma. Please share to the people who are participating in the FDP. All the things of the slides I have shared to the organizer. You can take the slides if you want from the organizer. The last slide, sir. Because citation and referencing, I've given the example, because till now I've given you theoretical aspect, the referencing, the pink slides. Yeah. So citation and referencing in the MLA style, the previous slide, sir, possibly in the next slide, APA style. This is a more popular style which we follow to refer our references or to append our references in the document. The next slide, please. The previous slide, please. APA style.
APS. Yes.
Yes. This is Chicago style, sir. The APA style. Please observe here where you have a book which is there. In the citation, we have mentioned Sapolsky 2017. Because in the citation, within the document or within the text, we mention the author name and year. And in the references, we give clearly about where we have taken the title of the book or title of the article, and even publisher, page numbers from which source we have taken, where it has been published. Likewise, all the details will be given in the references. In the site, in text citation, we just mention the author name and year number in the APA style. The next slide, sir. MLA style. Please go through this. In this style, we have even mentioned the page numbers in the citation, where we are citing if it is a book or it is an article in a journal or electronic journal or in the website. We are trying to give the author name or the source as Google with the year and page numbers from which we have taken. In the references, we are trying to give the author's year of publication at the end in the MLA style, and possibly whatever is available, article name, journal name, ISSN number, if it is there, we will provide in this particular style. The last style, sir, Chicago style. If it is a book, we'll go for the author name along with the page numbers. And in the references, we are giving the author name, year, and also the title of the article and where it has been published and who are the publisher. Here, Penguin publisher has been given. Likewise, depending on the book, we follow this particular pattern, and print journal, electronic journal, website. In this way, the citation and the references has to be mentioned in order to make it or your article to be published without any revisions, and continuous revisions you need not make, and follow this particular style in order to have the acceptance for the article which we want to publish, especially in the case of Scopus or UGC journals. Okay, with this, a referencing of our article from yesterday's session to the last part of the article is completed. Now we have to move to publication part. Because we have to publish, because this is a work which we have done on the paper at our desk, and we are continuously improving it day by day. From, as I said to you people, it may be for 1 week or 15 days or 1 month or 2 months, the time period which you will take. We are at the process of publishing of the information. We are at this last juncture of publication. What you want to publish is known, the article, the manuscript which has been prepared by you with lot of efforts which we have made is at the part of publication. So the next slide. Because the article process which we haven't, it is like abstract preparation, introduction, literature review, methodology, results, discussion, conclusion, acknowledgements if you want to give to anyone, you will give, and the references as we discussed just now. So with this, the article writing process for publication is ready. From our side, everything is ready. But still, we have to refer or we have to search in which journals we can go for the publication. This particular part of work has been done. Half of the work has been done. Still half of the work is ready. But it takes much of your energy till this particular step. Because your knowledge, your writing skills, everything will be verified. Now you want to move to the other side of publication. The next slide, sir, where we have to give authorship in the writing. Generally, the authors can be 1 or 2 or 3. It's up to you. Whomever you want to join your authorship, it's fine. But remember, don't go for authorships of ghost or gift. Ghost authorship is the person might have contributed a lot in your work and you avoid the author. Some of the cases it happens knowingly or unknowingly. It's not to blame anyone. But what exactly happens is the person might have contributed a lot for your paper to come to that particular shape. If you avoid or if you ignore the individual who has contributed, because acknowledgements is one of the steps just now I've told, who has been contributed to that work to come to that particular level has to be given proper importance. So never leave the individual who has contributed. If you are going to leave, this is called as ghost authorship. You are taking it as it is. You have done the total work. Others' name you are using. Or don't give gift authorship. With love and affection, or he is your senior, or to impress someone who has not contributed anything to your paper, you give authorship to someone. This should be avoided. Contributed person has not been given proper importance in the previous authorship. Here, the person has not contributed anything or has not involved in any of the aspect of your article, but you are giving authorship to the individual, which should be avoided. Okay. So the next thing is authorship should not be given as it is without. The length of the article, as we discussed yesterday, it should be less than 12 pages. If it is a national journal, if it is an international journal, it should be less than 6 pages. So the length of the paper should be concentrated well because as the length is going to increase in the international papers, they'll charge more. 5 to 6 pages, you have to limit while preparing itself. We should keep in mind the important point should be focused in preparing the paper. Right? And next, move to the next slide, sir, because it has been given in the yesterday's. This is very important for us because publishers of social sciences and sciences has been included. Social sciences, choose the good one. Right now, as we are moving in our career to the next steps, and we are very enthusiastic to be recognized well through our research, then go for the good publishers instead of sending to the online publication and getting it published. I have dozens of papers in my account. Nowadays, it will not work out even when you want to apply for the university post. Private sector is also more cautious about the qualitative aspects. In every college, the IQAC will concentrate on this. So IQAC instructs you to go for either Elsewhere or Springer or Scopus, which makes the institute progress well and also individual identification and recognition. So go for the best publishers instead of going for the blacklisted or lesser known journals. As and when you want to have the publications in a hurry, please don't go for the publishers who have not have famous in the journals list. So go for the publishers who are of Scopus Index, Sage Publications, Imprint is one of the thing, and we have Himalaya and also Emeralds Publishing. These are a bit known things which are there. If you want to have, you can go. Otherwise, Scopus Index journals I'm listing at the end of this particular class, and you can go for that. Find the right journal. This is the important aspect which we can go, because there are numerous thousands and lakhs of journals which are available in the market. And in a hurry, please don't do the mistake. So how can we consider where exactly the article has to be published? Full length paper has to be published. Check the authenticity of the journal. Read the journal's aims and scope in its homepage. Before going for the publication, while searching for the right journal, go for the homepage of the journal and know the aims and scope of the journal. And then download the author's guidelines. What has been given as guidelines for us to send the article to their publishing house. What are all the guidelines they have prepared? Read well, understand them, accordingly modify the journal. Please don't send as it is in the raw form. I have sent 1 month back, they are not responding. They will not respond because they have already given in the guidelines that if within the guidelines, if you are going to send your article, then only we'll consider for the publication or peer review. As they're very clear about their guidelines, we have to read twice or thrice, understand them, incorporate those guidelines in your article, prepare the article in the same lines by which we can have the publication of our article within the timeline or as per the expectation of others. Because in the end of the June or July, the people will ask for self-appraisal. In such a case, you should plan well in ahead, or from July to the next June, you should plan at least in every 6 months, I should have an article. As in when you want to have going to shop and buying the chocolates, it's not possible. If you want to have an article, we have to work for at least 1 month to 2 months on the paper, and then we can go for the publication. Once your work is going to completed, searching and selecting the article, that is important. And then going for the sending them and sending the reviews and peer reviewing. After peer reviewing, they'll be sending the modifications to be done. And again sending, it takes again 2 to 3 months. So within 6 months, you can have a good publishing from the good publishing house, you can have an article published. Within a month, I want to have, within 15 days, I want to have the publishing. Never do this. in this particular process, we may commit a problem of plagiarism. This may happen. So that's the reason why what we have to do is we should take, or we should spend 6 months of time. You may think that as you are in the government organization, you may think that 6 months is sufficient. We want to have more articles to be published because notifications may come. We want to have the publications to be published. Okay, fine. In 6 months, if you're going to do one article, the qualitative article, your H index will be more, your citations increases automatically. The total in your career, how many articles you are going to have, H index will increase. That is going to be the qualitative aspects of your research increases, not the quantity in numbers will increase. That's the reason why while choosing the journal, even though it is going to charge you more, because the publication charges are very high, that's the reason why we are a bit back, or we are going for the not popular journals so easily, because 8 to 10,000 some of the journals, in some journals 3,000 is a minimum amount to publish the article. In the UGC journals, it is more in the Scopus journals, as the charges, the fee per publication is increasing. That is making us to think whether can we go for this particular publication or not. Let the thing go on. Let it be in the UGC journal. Some of the cases, UGC journal publications are also not considered. They're very much stressing on Scopus journal publications only in some of the institutes. If you want to have your postdoctoralship in IIMs, they are asking for, do you have Scopus index, especially in the first grade Scopus index journals. As these are the things which are running behind us, and they'll make us to go for publishing of the article to be done. The financial aspects may drag you back, but 4 to 5 members or 6 or 7 members can plan to divide the amount and can go for the publication. When you can't afford that particular amount, you can go, but choose the best publication and then only go for publishing, as you are spending 6 months of time on one article. Okay, so choose the article very carefully. Submit one article for one journal. As 2 journals, as you know that it takes time of 1 month to 2 months after the peer review. Let one article can be sent to 2 journals. It should not be. Send only one article to one journal. Wait for the time. Make the modifications according to the author's guidelines, and again resubmit if the situation demands, and go for the publication of it. That will be a good thing. So as the journals will indicate, like Springer's, elsewhere journals, they're very, very popular, and you can choose it without any problem, Springer journals and elsewhere journals, and we can go for the publication. And some of the cases, what we have to verify is what is the preferred criteria to send your article. Like their open access options are available. What is the impact factor of the journal? What is the review time of that particular journal? What is the acceptance rate? Some of the cases, some journals will not accept so easily. They'll take more than 1 year also. So what is the acceptance rate of it? And production time of the article in the journal. These are the most important points which we should calculate while sending our article to the journal. The first important aspect is open access option is available or not, we have to check. After that, impact factor. What is the impact factor? By this time, we know the impact factor of the journal matters a lot. As the impact factor increases, They charge more for us. But impact factor is very important for our APA score. So review time of the journal is also important. How many months or how many days or weeks they take for review. And acceptance rate, what is the percentage of acceptance from the journal, that is also important. And the production time from the journal is at most important from our side. So journal finder, what exactly the journal is needed, which sort of journal we need to have an our article to be published. These aspects should be considered. And general metrics are also important for us because the general metrics like impact factor, indexed, whether it is indexed or not, peer reviewed or not, these metrics are important. And what is the scope of that particular journal? If you choose that journal, what benefits we can have, and what is the editorial board of the journal, international outlook is there or not, who are the readers of this journal. These aspects also should be considered. The first thing is scope of the journal, editorial board, international outlook is there or not, and readers or audience of the particular journal should be considered. And the most important aspect of deciding the particular journal by us is speed, that is review speed and online publication time. How speedily the journal is doing this. Because how much time we take to prepare the journal doesn't matter for us. How much time we have taken. We might have taken even one year also. But once the paper is ready, we are in a hurry that the publisher should accept within a week or within 15 days or within a month, it should appear on the online. So we are in the hurry to that. So speed is very much needed by all because we are all human beings. We expect how much delay, how much lag we have done, that doesn't matter. We want the work to be published. So under general metrics, this is also an important factor from the side of the researcher. How speedily the journal publishes my work is important as a researcher for me. And reachability. What is the geographical reachability of the article? The journal is important. Like location of the authors and the journal usage. Means where exactly the authors are located. And this journal is available in which geographical area. Now online journals are available throughout the world. But location of the authors, location or availability of the journal is also important. Reachability. To whom we are reaching, how far we are reaching is also important. And then impact metrics. This just now I've told the citations, how we can receive the citations. When it is going to be referred by the research as well, we get more citations. If they are going to include our article in their references or research, then we'll get the citations. So what is the impact metrics when we go for the journal which we are going to choose? So these are the other aspects which we consider while choosing. So journal selection needs journal metrics, whether it is proper or not. Then we'll go for, once we are done that we want to have this journal is preferred by me and I am going for this, your manuscript has to be published and you submit the article to that particular journal as per the guidelines prescribed. Once you submit it, they'll go through the article because first aspect is plagiarism will be checked. That plagiarism is less than a particular percentage. In the journal, there'll be less than 10% it should be. When it is thesis, depending on the universities, that changes from university to university, it will be 20 to 30%. But in an article, it should be less than 10%. Means your work should be of your own. They want to have others' works need not be published. You can refer it and you can give in the reference, but they want to have the original work to be submitted. So less than plagiarism will be checked initially. Then once your article passes through this particular test of plagiarism, they'll be going for peer review. double peer review, depending on the journal's norms, they'll go for the review and will send you. And then what we have to do is we have to submit the paper and we have to revise the paper, because after the peer review, if modifications are not there, you have done it well, then it's fine. You will be given the notification in such a way that your paper is accepted, everything is fine. So you pay the amount which you have to pay. Some of the, as I am mentioning the amount to be paid, there are journals which are of free available, but it takes more time to publish. Free management journals are also available. We have to wait, we have to verify the list of journals, we have to check, we have to go through the guidelines. We can send, but they take more than 6 months to 1 year. And the one more aspect is article transfer service is available. If you send your article to one journal and your standard of research is very good, they'll refer you to the next level of the journals. This means you have done your research very, very reasonably, good work has been done. So they'll tell you, or they messages you in such a way, your work has been done well. You can go for the next level journals like Elsewhere or Springer. If you have sent your paper to the other journals, they will even refer to the high quality journals. It's good, which is very happy for us that we have done our work well. Next, check the status of your paper from time to time. Don't take much time, because, or don't be in a hurry to have your reference with, but we have to check the status, because once we order a good in Amazon, we check the status of the delivery. In the same way, you can go for checking the status of your paper, at what status it is. Plagiarism check is passed, peer review has been given, any corrections to be made, and this has to be tracked properly from time to time. Once your article is accepted, then we'll have copyright understanding between you and the journal authorities. That is, it's a legal binding between the author and the publisher, that you should not share the same article to other publisher. The copyright will be held by the publisher to whom we have sent the article once it is accepted for the publication. So again, don't send, because it happens. Once it is, at a time, we will be sending to 2-3 journals, and we want to have the number of articles to be increased, and all we pay the amount, will have the publication. The same article to be published in different journals will not fetch anything, and the copyrights you have not obliged the copyrights which you have entered between publisher and this. So legally they can proceed to take any action on the author. Once in one article is published in one journal, there you should not again go for the publishing of the same article in the other journals. That's the reason why there is copyright by the publisher held once it is accepted for the publication. Then promotion of the work is needed. Once your article is published, publisher will share a link for you that can be shared by you in the social media, because our citation has to be increased. It is not to have our advertisement to be done, but until we do advertisement, nobody will know that we have published the article. You can use all social media apps to make others to view your article. And you can have some of the suggestions also from your friends, or as everybody is going to refer your article, citations may increase if they like, or the person who are doing the same work may cite, so citation increases. There's a reason why promotion of our work is important. Doing the work and publishing the work is mine, because I have worked 2-3 months for the writing the paper. I have searched a good journal, I have published, so my work is finished. We may think in that way. but that is not going to be finished. You have to promote your work, because being management teachers, especially marketing, is known to us. We have to market our things. Unless until we market ourselves, nobody will come and knock our door that you have done good research and we know everything about you. We have referred the things. Nobody has the time to come to you and refer your CV to know about your work. So we have to publicize ourselves. As social media is one of the best media available for us, go for whatever the link which you get from the publisher, you share in the social media, and your work can be known by your friends and relatives or all the people who are doing. Like your colleagues will be known about so and so has done such a work, and but as and when they want to have this thing to be referred in their references, they'll include, which increases the citation of the researcher, which exactly is expected by us. That's the thing which is expected. We are not doing it only for our sake. As I said to you yesterday, it should be useful to us, it will be useful to the institution, and also to the society. So these three things has to be fulfilled only when you publicize. When you make use of the media, then only it is possible. Then monitor your things which you have done. We have to go whether the citation is increasing or not, what measurements we can take for the citations. So whether social media is sufficient or any other mode has to be, because WhatsApp status you will do, what are the things, whether citation is increasing or not. Is there any outstanding article price has been given by the publisher? Likewise, we have to check our H index, how many number of articles we have done, how many number of articles we have done in our total career, and what H index factor we have got till now, entire publication career of years. Do we have good citation or not can be calculated in H index. You may have 30 to 40 articles, but it has not been cited by anyone. It's no use that your H index is poor. So citations has to be improved only through your publicizing. Unless until we publicize, we cannot have good citations and H index. So please go for improving of H index. This H index rankings also are coming right now. Very recently, some of the, like we have Times ranking for the institutions, some of the rankings are coming for the individual teachers based on their H index. Be a good researcher to improve your citations and H index for your articles in the beginning of your career itself. As you will get a good ranking, you will be recognized as a good researcher, awards automatically comes to you. So monitor your impact factors, citation indexes, and also the H index. Now, we'll go through what are the journals which are available. Everybody knows UGC-K journals are available. Previously, we used to have UGC approved list of journals, which has been changed as UGC-K journals in 2019. We have UGC approved list previously. 19 onwards, they have been changed as UGC-K journals. And we have ABCD category previously. Right now, we have only group 1 and group 2 journals. UGC-K list has group 1 and group 2. In under group 1, we have different journals like under sciences. Sciences, we have 329 and social sciences 265 journals. And arts and humanities, we have 311, multidisciplinary 36, Indian languages, we have 200 journals totally under group 1 journals. These many number of journals are available with less publication fees. But under group 2 journals, we have Web of Science. Under arts and humanities, we have 21,000. And sciences, we have 22,000. Social sciences, we have around 22,500. Scopus list are 41,000 journals. Here, for group 2 journals which are there, the number is huge and even the charges are also high. Refer the journals which are with the less fees and much of your citation will be there. Because popular journal will be referred by the research as well. by which the citations can be increased. You can improve your H index. For that, what we have to do is the fee, the publication fee may be more, but citations may also increase with the, because we know price and quality will be linked. With that only we buy the products. Here also the same thing applicable, the managerial economics principle is applicable. That's the reason why if you want to have your citations to be good, then go for the above science or Scopus journals, by which your citations and H index, because researcher want to have this to be improved. Okay. So these are the things which I just want to tell to you in today's class. Any other things if you want to have, we'll discuss.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I have a question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please explain when we are focusing for the international journal like Puस्तक and Web of Sciences, how we can write theoretical framework, specifically the theoretical framework for our research paper? And can you please enlighten me more about what are the factors and what are the chapters, to be very precise, what are the chapters that needs to be there when we are focusing upon the international journal?
In the international journal, as I said to you, it should be limited to only 6 pages. So the difficulty arises for us, we have to minimize the length of the paper is one. So focus should be on the methodology more. The research methodology should be focused more on publicizing of the international, because when it is theoretical paper also, methodology matters, because what exactly the objective you have chosen. Empirical automatically goes with the analysis. When it is of theoretical paper, you should focus on your introduction part and also methodology. More than the introduction, methodology has to, because it is a theory based. But how we have to explain is a difficult issue. Focus on the methodology, choosing of your objectives, and what objectives we have been chosen that has to be fulfilled and has to explain in the methodology. Why you have chosen those 2 objectives and has to be explained in that methodology part, and you have to discuss on the particular problem which you have chosen in the objectives. Well.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All participants, if you have any more doubts, we can talk to madam now. You can please pose your doubts, seek for clarifications. Avnish Sharma is asking some question on chat box, ma'am.
Okay. What exactly is this? Avnish Sharma. Please share the PPT.
Avnish is asking a question that why journals do not easily accept qualitative research.
Is it qualitative research is already theoretically theoretically the thing is available, right now, sir? If data is available, and data will speak more than the quantitative thing, the qualitative aspect which you are going to present. Quantitative data has substantiation and proofs will be there, where we have taken a questionnaire or interview method, the data will speak more. That's the reason why that will be accepted easily. But theoretical ways, they take more time to verify, or most of the cases, the theoretical papers or the qualitative papers which you are speaking are copied or plagiarized. That's the reason why they take more time or will not accept. Empirical things are easily accepted compared with the theoretical papers or the qualitative papers. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Avnish, one more participant is asking, which methodology for social sciences is suitable for the paper to be?
The methodology which we follow is, first, objective should be clear, ma'am. One or two objective, as I said yesterday. After that, the tools which we choose, depending on the sample size, depending on the analysis which we want to do, the tools which we are choosing will make our work more acceptable. Your methodology should be based on the tools and your sample size.
Yeah. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. One more question from Mr. Vijay.
Yeah, I'm seeing, madam, what's your
bibliometric paper?
Yeah.
Can you suggest some journal?
Sure, I'll verify and will send you, because the bibliometric paper we have not, because more of the literature review papers on bibliometric paper, I'll surely message you in the WhatsApp group which we are. Sure, Vijay?
Ma'am, Mr. Muhammad is asking, which data analysis tools should be selected in journal?
It's like tools which we use. What exactly we should remember is, not for the sake of the tools we have to do the work. What work we are doing, that is very important. Based on the questionnaire, if you are doing the empirical things, first decide your questionnaire to be prepared and then the tools to be analyzed. It varies from, we cannot say this sort of thing will have this. So what exactly we are doing, based on that, we have to decide the tools. We'll have a lengthy session. If you want to have in that part, we'll give you in the next, or I'll share you. But in that way, we cannot say that these tools are applicable only for this.
I hope it is answered. Thank you. Dear colleague, we have few more minutes. Okay, ma'am, Shobarani ma'am, I think side. If
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, on behalf of Ashoka Women's Engineering College, I take this opportunity to thank you in this forum.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Ashoka Institute from my side also, that I was able to meet these many number of teachers.
No, ma'am.
How far I was able to give the information to them, I don't know, but I am very happy that I was able to meet this many number of students through Pratibha because she is one of my scholar.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thankful to you, sir.
No, ma'am. Indeed, it's our privilege to have. Getting messages from all the participants that sessions are very, very informative, ma'am. Thanks. Lucid FDP sessions, ma'am. And very nice.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the participants, thank you for being me for 2 hours in 2 days. Your valuable time has been spent. If you have any other things to be answered, because when you are doing your work, if you get any doubts while going for the publication or writing the paper, you can ask me in that particular group. Hope Ashoka will maintain the same group for a longer period. We'll have discussions on the group. Okay.
Yes,
See you.
ma'am. We'll certainly keep the WhatsApp group active for a few more days, ma'am.
Okay.
The
Till
groups will
tomorrow.
be active, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
See you all. Can I leave the session, sir?
Participants, thank you so much. You guys can continue to ask your doubts through WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pratibha ma'am, you're there, ma'am? Pratibha ma'am, you're there on call? Pratibha ma'am, you're not audible. You will have to unmute and speak, I guess. Okay, dear participants, we will share all the PPTs this FDP. By today EOD, we will share all those PPTs. So most of you have been requesting through chat. We will certainly share them.
Can I leave the session because
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much again,
I
ma'am.
congratulate the organizer for conducting the FDP for 3 days.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kodi sir and Pratibha. Thank you, sir. I'm leaving the
Thank
session.
you.
Thank you all the participants.
Yeah. All the participants, thank you so much. We can close. Thanks a lot. And we'll catch up tomorrow.